Well, yeah, he's kind of a little tyrant to her some days. Chasing her around, barking the shit at her.
What are we trying today, Chadwick?
Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. You have the Rhino, you have his brother-in-law TJ here. We have this beer from Avling in Toronto. This is Geist Stout. It is 4.5% alcohol by volume. Yeah. So what do we have here? We have roasted barley, malt, Ontario barley, because that's different than roasted barley. Hi, Colleen. Ontario oats, hops, and water. Where's the yeast? You need yeast to make beer. Where the fuck's your yeast?
Well, clearly they're not using yeast.
Yes, Colleen, I know you're here. I know, I've been gone for 19 months. I know. I was your second daddy.
You were the first daddy.
Well, I rescued her from someone else, right?
Oh.
I never intended to have a Great Pyrenees. It's just I knew the breed, and I knew if she went to the Humane Society, she would be put down in the end.
Alright.
And that's why she came to me. And then your parents were like, "Ooh, we love Great Pyrenees," and I'm like, "You love them? I just happen to have one. Would you like one?"
Yeah, that is a dark fucking stout. I cannot.
That is as black as the black blood of the earth.
Like, I don't even feel like Guinness is that dark. Like, that is
oh wait, you can get some ruby red.
Barely. I wouldn't even call that ruby.
Is that?
That's... It's a stout. I mean, nothing... If you like stouts,
No, I mean, it has that, like, roasted, burnt scent.
It's, it's any
a
stout
little bit
you've
of
ever
caramel,
smelled.
a little bit of all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, you ever done a Guinness? Like I say, it's very
You ever
Guinnessy.
do the Guinness Gauntlet?
I've never done a Guinness Gauntlet. What the fuck is a Guinness
Okay,
Gauntlet?
so if you ever do the training at Guinness,
Oh, okay.
it's supposed to take 1 minute and 59 seconds to pour the perfect pint of Guinness.
Yes.
So the Guinness Gauntlet is a bunch of idiots, and I've tried the Guinness Gauntlet a few times, that thought if it takes 1 minute and 59 seconds to pour the perfect pint of Guinness, can you drink 4 cans of Guinness in that time? That's the Guinness Gauntlet. Cheers.
It's stout.
Yeah, it's
stout. There's nothing...
okay. So Avling is a brewery I've wanted to try for a very long time. Avling is known for a bunch of barrel-aged things and different beers. Like they do a Zwickel beer. They're one of the few breweries in Ontario that does a Zwickel beer. They do a lot of beers that are apparently really, really amazing. This is kind of underwhelming. And it's not underwhelming in that it's a bad beer. It's underwhelming in that the hype that I've heard about them makes me expect more. That being said, if you were following the BGCP, the beer judging guidelines, it's a perfect stout. Like you said, it's a stout.
It's a stout. It really is. If you like stouts and you want... I'm going to assume this is a cheaper stout because it's a local brew. And you live in Ontario, I would probably assume this would be a pretty cheap pickup compared to some of the better stouts out there, which are usually imports. But yeah, it's... I don't mind stouts. I like stouts. It's good. It's definitely good. It's a stout.
It's got that coffee taste. It has that dark baker's chocolate taste. It has the burnt roastiness.
Bitter. The very bitter, just on the back of your tongue,
yeah.
Rolling around. It's great. It is good. I wish there was something different because I like doing this because you get to see the beers that stand out. You get to see these different type of beers that are trying to do something different. These guys went simple, so for that, docking points, but...
Well, like I said, stylistically, this is a stout. It's a stout. It's a beer. It's a beer. But is it something that would stick out in my mind where I go, hey, I really need to have a Geist stout? No.
No, I would go for Guinness stout, because Guinness is to me, Guinness is the stout in my mind, that when I want a stout, that's where I kind of head. And again, cheap. This would be a cheap one because I've bought fucking Guinness, and Guinness is always fucking expensive as shit. Goddamn beer.
Now, because we're gonna get this in the comments. Yeah. Everybody starts somewhere. TJ's drank a bunch of beer. This is TJ's opinion. He's learning. He's doing this. He's having fun. He's trying different things. And Guinness is his stout. Guinness was my stout forever.
Yeah.
Most people who drink stout, Guinness was their first stout, and it was the one that you
I have tried other stouts. I don't really recall them off the top of my head. I've tried a few other stouts with you, but yeah, it's a stout's a stout. Like if it's a stout that stood out to me, I would probably remember it. But they don't really tend to stand out to me.
And I mean, it's not fair to say that well, there's all these better. Most of the better stouts that most people are going to talk about, because somebody's going to comment in this because you know the way the YouTube is. But there's going to be all these stouts that are claimed as being better stouts. Well, most of those are flavored stouts, or they're barrel aged stouts, or they're this or this is just a solid stout.
Yeah, and that's like, again, those stouts, I'd love to try those stouts. Let Chad know what those stouts are, because we'd love to try them out, I'm sure. But when it comes down to just what, like, the stout, bare definition of what a stout is, spot on, that's what this beer is. It really is just a stout.
So out of 10, I every once in a while I'll do a double mark. Right now, as most people know, I am a cicerone and a beer judge and all that. So every once in a while I'll come out with a double mark, which is stylistic and then what I think personally. So stylistically, this is probably a 9 out of 10. This is a solid fucking stout. It's what it should be. For my own enjoyment, probably a 6. I mean, I expect a little bit more adventurous in my beer.
I would give it a 6.5. I'd put it for the same thing. Like if I was craving a stout and this is what was there, I would go for it if that's what I really wanted. So yeah, I'll give it a 6.5.
All right. Thank you, YouTube. Goodbye. I gotta come over and get to look at my boobs.
Let's go.